Hello, my name's Robert Dean Steele, and today we're praying through the Psalms. Today we're looking at Psalm 21. O Lord, and it's a Psalm of David, by the way. He says, O Lord, the King rejoices in your strength. How great is his joy in the victories that you give. So here is David, so grateful for all the victories that God has given him up to this point. You have granted him the desire of his heart, and you have not withheld the request of his lips. So David understood, and he said, Selah. So think about this for just a moment. You have welcomed him with rich blessings and placed a crown of pure gold on his head. He asked you for life, and you gave it to him, length of days forever and ever. Now, David was reflecting on his own life and how that God had blessed him up to this point. He says, though through the victories you gave him, the glory is great. You bestowed upon him splendor and majesty. Now, David was not only talking about himself, he's also talking about the Messiah who is going to be coming. His own descendant is going to give him. Surely you have given him eternal blessings. You made him glad with the joy of your presence. So David was so grateful that the Lord had also given him favor, and also as well these wonderful eternal blessings that were coming down from heaven. And also as well, you gave him the joy of your presence. David was a man after God's own heart. He says, for the king trusts in the Lord. Through the unfailing love of the Most High, he shall not be shaken. So basically what David is saying, when you put your trust in the Most High God, in his unfailing love, no matter what happens around you, you will not be shaken. Your enemies will lay hold, or your hand will lay hold of all your enemies, and your right hand will seize your foes. So basically David's saying, listen, Lord's going to fight our battles for us. At your time of your appearing, you will make them like a fiery furnace. Maybe he was looking in the future and he saw Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. But he said, in his wrath, the Lord will swallow them up and his fire will consume them. The one thing that David was aware is that there was going to be a time of judgment. And in that time of judgment, the Lord was going to be fierce in his wrath. He says, you will destroy their descendants from earth and their posterity from mankind. Basically, what's going to happen is the very thrill or the very legacy that these individuals are going to have is not going to happen. He says, though they plot evil against you and devise wicked schemes, they will not succeed. He basically knows that you are not going to defeat the Lord. And he says, for you will turn them on their backs, and you will aim them with drawn bow. He says, Lord, they got a target on their back. Be exalted, O Lord, for your strength. We will sing praise to your might. So there's a wonderful promise for us today of the Lord's foundation and also how the Lord is going to deal with our enemies. It's a great thought for us today. My name's Robert Dean Steele. We've been praying through the Psalms.